competition mindset, which is more about ego. It is more about jealousy. It is more about you not actually be truly happy about this person even though you admire them. And when you are inspired, then you look up to somebody, you admire them, you're very happy for everything that they have achieved, because the fact that they have gotten to this point means that this is actually possible for you as well. Hello and welcome to my channel, and if you have already been to my channel, then welcome back. My name is Kalina and I'm an expert in public relations and mass communications, and in this channel I'm helping people to get their reputation and behavioral patterns and emotions and everything that depends on them in order so that they can create their own reality. Of course, I'm using my education in the PR sphere, but also my life experiences, and also to get their career and all their whole life basically in their own hands, and to start creating and be a creator rather than somebody who is just going along with everything or who is in a victim mentality. And with that being said, in this video I'm going to talk about, it's one thing to compete and it's a whole different thing to be inspired by somebody. So it is great that you have somebody that you admire, somebody that you can use as a guidance or as some kind of an idol figure or as some kind of a role model. But when this is all about either jealousy or competition mindset, maybe that is your friend or somebody from your environment and you're always trying to compete with them, this is one thing. But if you admire this person and you admire what they have achieved and you want to use them as a good example because you're inspired and you're looking internally in order to build up yourself, then this is a whole different thing and a whole different mindset and a whole different mentality. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going with the competition mindset, which is more about ego. It is more about jealousy. It is more about you not actually be truly happy about this person even though you admire them. And when you are inspired, then you look up to somebody, you admire them, you're very happy for everything that they have achieved, because the fact that they have gotten to this point and they have reached their goals and they're creating a good life for themselves means that this is actually possible for you as well. So it is very important to make difference between those two mindsets, because we are not alone in the planet and there are many other people, and we have to exist within a society or community. And it is good to actually learn from people. And by the way, this is why me and other people are making those channels on YouTube, because we want to give away our wisdom. We want to actually help people and maybe guide them and give them help and certain mindset awareness in order for you guys that you're listening to use that in order to build up your own life. So knowledge, I don't know if you have heard, but knowledge is power. And this is why I have a consulting practice. This is why I'm making this channel. This is why I'm trying to pass my knowledge on to others, because this is something very important and very valuable. However, it is one thing to be inspired and use somebody's knowledge in a positive way that is non-toxic. It's a whole different thing to grab this knowledge and try to abuse it in order to compete with this person. or steal some kind of copyrights or something like that, because I'm also a writer, or steal somebody's idea and try to present it as yours, or for whatever reason try to one up somebody or compete with them. So competition is about ego, and awareness and knowledge and being inspired by somebody is more about the spiritual side of yourself and about growth. It's about, I can see this happening right there in the physical world, and that's inspiration, and I want to make a form of it, a version of it happening in my own life, but without stealing, without competing, without pushing myself in places that I don't belong. Rather than I want to understand how to do this for myself, how to actually look at my own dreams and my own goals and whatever I can create, and actually put my effort and fuel it with my thoughts and my skills and make it happen. So this is one thing, and competition is about ego. It's a little more like hierarchical thinking. It's not only I want something for myself and to build my own life, but I also want to feel like I'm better than this other person. So you want to feel superior, and this is why you compete. It is not only we are equal, they are achieving their thing, I'm achieving my thing, they're happy, I'm inspired by them, and I'm creating my own thing here. Competition is actually about ego. And of course, there are healthy competitions like official matches in games, let's say in sports or in other spheres, that people are legitimately compete, but this is a whole different thing. This is about skills. This is about you matching somebody else's level and somebody else's skills and having this healthy competition. And of course, in those situations, you want this person to be within equal category with you. This is why there are different categories in sports. This is why there are different, let's say, ages and other things like that. Because when you want to compete, you want to actually practice and exercise your own skills and compete with somebody who is equal and make it in a positive way, not make it in a toxic way. But when it is this toxic competition mentality, like you're competing with everybody, you're competing with your friends, you're competing with your colleagues, everything is about, am I better than this other person? Am I better than the others? Then this is about your ego. You have ego that is unhealthy, and though we actually need our ego, it's on purpose. We have ego, and that's normal, and that is also necessary in order for us to exist within this perspective in the physical world, right? It's normal to have certain healthy amount of ego, but when it is all about competition, it is unhealthy ego. It is like, I want this other person to be inferior to me and I want to be superior. So this is very unhealthy, and this usually speaks about insecurity. So when you are inspired, you're secure, because yes, you want to build your own thing, but you also acknowledge that this other person has their qualities and their capabilities and their talents. So it is not entirely, oh, I need to be better than them and I need to outcompete them. It is about, you actually admire them and you can acknowledge their positive sides. However, those positive sides show you a good example that you want to implement in your own life in the way that it fits your own life. For example, if I see somebody achieving their goals in a music career, I'm not a musician, but I can still get inspired by them and put the same dedication in order to achieve my own goals in my life. Or when I say somebody who is a professional athlete, I'm not a professional athlete, but I also want to work out and have a healthy body. So I can use this discipline as inspiration, as a good example, in order to work on my own health and my own body and have more discipline in my own workout routine, even though it's not going to be on the same level, right? So this is how the healthy inspiration works. And when it goes to that mindset of competition, that's a whole different thing. And this is about ego, and this is also about insecurity. Because when you think about somebody who wants to feel superior and better than everybody else, you start thinking, why do they need that? Why do they have problems with somebody being just as good as them or sometimes better than them? Why would they have problem with that? Unless if they're very insecure. Because you can always work on yourself and improve yourself in a way that you become your best version, right? And you don't need to compare yourself to others and say and even think about who is better and who's not better, unless if it is those healthy competitions that are official and that there are certain rules, right? So it's a whole different situation. So this is for today's video. Please let me know down in the comments what do you think about the topic and what are your opinions. And also I will highly appreciate if you like and share this video and also subscribe for my channel. Thank you very much and have a great day.